watching the video that I made yesterday about the pre-introduction. So today has been actually the introduction day. So today I had 1 hour with the people and the new residents salaries explaining the work, and of course I was supported by the people who did the workshops the previous times, which has been absolutely great. It's going to be 18 people with me, starting from tomorrow Tuesday 2 o'clock till 4 for the 8 sessions. So how the introduction went. First of all, I've got to say that, well, of course, I've explained who I am, the fact that I am almost finally a counselor because I've passed my exam, but I still haven't got the, of course, the certificate of the college about having done a level 4 diploma in counseling. The fact that I am a recovery coach, the fact that I'm also a trainee Buddhist chaplain, because I'm doing the course now in Manchester at the Manchester Royal Infirmary, a course in chaplaincy, the fact that I am, of course, a perfect daughter, and being a perfect daughter is for me the reasons why I am doing this job. I've explained about the 8 workshops. I've told them about the 8 weeks, that every week we're gonna do a stage, which is the same thing that I'm gonna then take you in this journey with me while I'm making the video. Of course, I've got some notes here. I don't know if you can see some of the notes that of course I've taken before and after. This is my diary, my favorite Midori, and where I've taken all my notes, and I do my, of course, my art journal. About the session. So how did it go? Challenging, meaning that of course I've tried to challenge them. I told them that I don't like staying with the story. I like people that actually I've got the courage to dig deep and go and work on the emotions and the feelings. That was really actually funny, because at a certain point one of the people who did the course with me before defined me as sort of like an emotional vampire. I like to dig and ask the people, how is it that you feel? Well, and they say, I don't know. As it happened today, I'm asking why. What is it that is? Why are you going straight into the I don't know? So possibly the Pandora box that everybody is very afraid to open and to look for, first of all, to discover if there is a Pandora box, and then to open this Pandora box with their emotions. Maybe that Pandora box is actually behind this straight and automatic I don't know. So I've been challenging a bit of people already there. We've been doing, just for a little bit of fun, we've been doing a bit of exercise on using somehow like Gestalt. We've been doing this exercise about the here and the now, and how the emotions are, sorry, I had some notifications coming up, how the emotions are and the thought processing most of the times are either in the past and remember in the past and just stay there in the past, or we tend to be simply worried about the future and not actually staying in the here and the now, which is the whole process of the work. We talked about what we're going to be doing, the fact that being myself and defining myself, because I don't like the word therapist, I define myself like a catalyst for change, or a facilitator for their change. But I use as an approach, I use eclecticism, which means that I feel free, a bit of a trickster, and I feel free to pick and choose whatever suits me in relation to the group that I'm working with. And I'm very aware of also the group dynamic, because every group is different because of the people who are there. So the people who did the 8 workshops with me last time did something, and that doesn't mean that it's going to be exactly the same thing that is going to happen this time. So which means that the framework that I'm using are still the 8 sessions with the 8 development stages by Erikson, but then whatever happens within the sessions, and if we're going to use some psychodrama, if we're going to use some gestalt, if we're going to address, I don't know, more on the coaching side than on the experiential side, or we're going to delve into existentialism, because to me a lot of the answers that people in addiction need do stem from an existential approach, and a very philosophical approach, because already telling them and making them aware that they are always have a choice and they can always make a choice. Even choosing not to choose is already a choice. Make them aware of the fact that really they can choose, and at times the difficulties is, well, I don't know what to choose, I don't know what the next steps is, and on this then you can build up a different relationship. I always make the people that I work with and the residents, for example, as solace in this time, that I do treat them and I see them exactly as my peers. I don't see them as addict, I don't see them as people in recovery, I see them possibly as poets. If you think about the classical existentialist poets and writers in France, they have a lot of big questions about purpose in life, questions about happiness, questions about life and death. And people in addictions, they tend to cheat death every time, and at the same time they are numbing life. So I think that a lot of the work that can be done when you're working with people in recovery from addiction can stem from a philosophical and an existentialist, the pure existentialist approach. I of course do love existentialism. I've been reading books by Amy van Derzen, of course Irving Yalom, and Irving Yalom has done a massive, amazing amount of work, especially in group therapy when working with addiction. Thinking about paradoxes, to thinking about the paradoxes, of course, of life and death. If somebody who is being brought up always thinking that life is shit, that life is never going to change, they are asking themselves, why then do I have to live if the end point of life is death, if this is the life? And nobody has ever providing them the answers, as not in the answers, your question is A, the answer is B, but no, your question is A, I'm giving you the tools to find for you your own answer, because you are worthy of discovering your own answers, and there are no right and wrong answers. That is your answer. This is why I like to define them as my poets and call them poets instead of residents or people in recovery from addiction, because they have a lot of thoughts and a lot of feelings and a lot of emotions. They still don't have the right pen and paper and words, and they are missing something, the knowledge of rhythms and rhymes and everything, which is basically living their own life. So in the end, because we're getting, of course, this video is becoming a bit long, very thrilled to start tomorrow. Of course, I will keep you updates from tomorrow. Tomorrow is stage 1, which is trust, between the age of 0 and 1. And let's see how they're going to work on that and what they're going to take out from that. Thank you very much for watching this video. If there is any information that you would like to have more about the sessions, all the details are going to be found at the bottom of the video, in the descriptions, and of course in the link then to the website. Thank you very much again. Bye.